Wait a minute. I forgot. Okay, want to know why? Ask how. Howard, the humongous. There is a bizarre blame game going on this week. Donald Trump's rallies are threatening to erupt in violence. Trump blames the violence on Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. And Marco Rubio, in one of the most spectacular acts of distortion in recent political history, blames the violence on guess who? Barack Obama. Meanwhile, Rachel Maddow at MSNBC has shown who is really to blame. She's put together a montage of Donald Trump clips of Donald Trump speaking to his audience, calling for violence. Yes, Donald Trump calling for violence overtly, without any subtlety. Trump talks over and over again about the good old days when you could punch out protesters who disrupt your rallies. He wants them back. And he offers to pay the legal fees of anyone in the audience who will beat a protester up. It's very reminiscent of Hitler's brown shirts, who increased the power of Hitler's followers with a force multiplier of beatings, of break-ins, of bashings, and other assorted forms of violence. Look, protesters who disrupt a rally or a speech are wrong. They are choking off freedom of speech. They should be escorted out of the auditorium so that the person holding the stage can get across what he or she has to say, and then the protesters should be given the same courtesy when they speak at their affairs. That's the courtesy that makes our Constitution work. And no political candidate should advocate punching out those with whom you disagree. None. Advocating domestic violence should disqualify a candidate from office. But in the midst of all this mayhem, we owe thanks to both Donald Trump and to Bernie Sanders. Why? Donald Trump is speaking for a side of our soul we do not know. And so is Bernie Sanders. For 50 years, we've been sold big lies by both the Republicans and the Democrats, and we are hungry for what feels like truth. The big lies on the Republican side are these. We should not tax the rich. We should not regulate the safety of corporations. We do not need an infrastructure. We don't need roads and bridges. We don't need a DARPA, the government agency that created the internet. We do not need basic research on health. We do not need a Department of the Environment to keep our air breathable and our water drinkable. We do not need any of the things that government has given to our lives. These are the Republican lies. And we don't need government. All we need are cars, guns, religion, and a big, overpriced military. Then there are the lies of the last 8 years in the Republican Party. That Barack Obama was not born in the USA. That he is a closet Muslim, and that he is a closet Marxist. All of this is proven to be utter bullshit. But the Democrats, too, have fed us their own big lies. That corporations are all evil. That capitalism is monstrous. That financial crashes are caused by Wall Street bankers. That all of the world's problems are our fault, Americans' fault. That we are the most violent civilization in the history of mankind, and that if we just apologize to everybody and stop policing the world, if we just stop polluting the place and torturing animals, we will have peace and a Garden of Eden. These are the Democratic lies. The key ideas that we've been sold by both the Republicans and the Democrats have proven false. The Republican lies gave us the Great Recession of 2008. The Democrats' lies gave us 9/11, ISIS, and the Paris massacres. The truth is in between. It's a balance between the 2 points of view. We need both government and we need corporations. We need an infrastructure and we need entrepreneurs. We also need one more thing, the protest industry. We need the squeaky wheel, the professional complainers who show us our errors and get us to correct our ways, like Black Lives Matter. And we need a vigorous press, a more honest press, a press that does more vigorous journalistic investigation and that has the budget for it. But the bottom line is this. We are starving for truths, and sometimes Donald Trump, the fucking bully who never checks his facts, hits a truth on the head. And sometimes Bernie Sanders, the socialist who doesn't even belong to a party, gets a truth right too. Which means we need more than just one voice to help us figure out what is true and what is false. Sometimes we need unconventional voices to show us the way. And Bernie and Trump have been unconventional voices. They have shredded our political conventions and seemingly tossed them away. Frankly, we owe both of them our thanks. And one more thing. We need to tell Trump to get the fucking violence out of his rhetoric. This is Howard the Among Us, speaking to you from the future. It's your job and my job to make. Or, want to know why? Ask how. And now for the insidious, slimy, seditious, ever-seeking new refuges in which to hide, off button. I've got it.